Hey you guys, so today's video is going to be a little bit of a life update. I'm going to put some makeup on my face, show you guys what I've really been wearing recently. Pretty much every single time I've been wearing makeup for the last 3 months maybe, and let you guys know what's going on in my life because it's been crazy. So basically, all of the makeup that I have with me currently is in this bag. This is pretty much all the makeup that I've been wearing, which if you watch my channel, you know that this is a small fraction of the makeup that I hoard, except for this little basket here is where I keep most of my lip products. These are probably like my most worn lip products slash new stuff that I still want to be testing out. So basically all my makeup is in this bag because Cam and I are officially out of my parents' house, which is so exciting. We bought a house that is in extremely unbelievably rough shape, so we are fixing it up, which is so exciting. So in the meantime, we are actually living in a camper, which is what I'm filming in right now. So if you can hear the generator, I sincerely apologize. I really hope that's not interfering with the sound, and I hope it's not there for much longer. We don't have electric or water or anything where we live right now, so pretty much everything heavy duty, like my ring light, has to run using the generator, which is super annoying. I know, I'm so sorry. But yes, this is my makeup bag. This is what I take with me to the gym. That is where I get ready and shower and everything right now, because like I said, we don't have running water. So we officially moved to a new city. We're a couple hours away from my parents' house now, which we knew that was gonna happen. Cameron's school is up here. He hasn't started school yet. I think we're planning on him starting in the fall. This is my NYX Angel Veil primer. So as of now, we pretty much just purchased the house and the camper to stay in the meantime. We both got jobs, which is super exciting. Cam's working at a sort of like home improvement store. It's like a hardware store, construction store, whatever you want to call it. And he's absolutely been loving it so far. And I got myself a little job at this precious little boutique. So it's not like a big box store or anything that really any of you guys would have heard of. There is 2 locations, but it's still a very small little boutique that, you know, orders pieces that you won't really find anywhere else. Yesterday was actually my first day there, and I really do like it so far. The only thing is that I was standing for a lot longer than I'm used to standing, so my back was really killing me by the end of the day. But other than that, I really think that I'm actually really gonna like this job. I'm using my Makeup Forever Ultra HD foundation. This is the shade Y215. You can use a dry sponge because I don't feel like wasting my bottled water on this. That's probably too much. This is an EcoTool sponge, which I have actually really been loving. The only negative thing I really hear about this sponge is that it tears easily, which I haven't had any tears yet. It washes really nicely, I think, but I love the way that this foundation applies with this sponge, or really any sponge. It just looks very skin-like, which I love, and it wears really well as well. So yes, we started work. Cam will probably start school in the fall time. Our house is super small. It's 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom. We're hoping to maybe someday add on to it, depending on A, when we can afford that, and B, how long we're even in the house. We don't know really how long we're gonna be living here. We're assuming at least until Cam graduates from college, but even so, we might still stay in the city, just move out of the house. I don't really know. We might just flip this house and sell it, buy a new one around here. We don't really know yet. We're just kind of winging it at this point, which we actually really love and can sincerely appreciate, because winging it wasn't really an option in the military. We didn't really get to make our own decisions, or, you know, just up and move, decide where we were gonna go and when we were gonna go there and what we were gonna do and what we were gonna study. We didn't really get to, like, well, Cameron didn't really get to choose any of that stuff, and I just kind of tagged along for the ride. So I'm really glad that I was able to find this position that I found, because I just think it's so perfect for me. And I didn't have an actual job at all while we were overseas, so I was kind of nervous about being able to find a job, and the stars aligned and this job was just waiting for me, and it's absolutely perfect for me. So I'm really happy, and I feel very blessed in that sense. Tarte Shape Tape, of course. The one major downfall for me anyway, in terms of our house and where we live and everything, is that it's about 30 minutes away from where we work and where Cameron's going to be going to school, which doesn't sound terribly bad, and it's really not as bad as I was expecting it to be, but it's not like 30 minutes of freeway or anything. It's 30 minutes of back roads. There's nothing to see but trees between here and there, which Cameron loves. Cameron's totally in his element. He was raised a little bit more country than me. I grew up in like a really small city, but I mean it was still a city. Kai and I were just outside playing before I started filming this, and I found a couple of little frogs. Like I don't know, they were like really little bitty froggies, and they were just hopping around, and Kaiser kept trying to eat them. Kaiser's never seen anything like this, and I've been so happy because he's been doing so well here. My husband is so much happier here, my dog is so much happier here. I think this was the right move for us. Even though it's really far from home and it's really far from work and everything, I think this was a good move because it was unbelievably inexpensive, this property, and Kaiser's doing so well. He's not used to being off leash or anything like that, because before now we lived in an apartment, and after that we stayed at my parents' house for a couple of months, and they didn't have a fence either, so we would tie Kai up to a leash to a stake in the ground. So you know, that's kind of what he's used to. And here we do have some neighbors, but all the neighbors, I'm pretty sure these are like cottages and people's, you know, vacation homes, sort of like seasonal places to stay, so there's not really people around here. So we most of the time just leave Kai off the leash, and he's even really good about listening when if he gets a little bit too far and we kind of call his name and tell him to come back, he does, and that's incredible to me. And I wasn't exactly expecting it, because the one time overseas he did get off leash, he took off like a wild, ballistic, freaking animal, just running in circles. So he didn't run away, far away from us where we couldn't get him. He was just running around in circles and would not stop. It got to the point where Cameron literally like dove on top of him to get him back under control, because he was just going crazy. So I was a little bit nervous about leaving him off leash, but a couple of months ago we did get him into see a trainer. We just had like one little training session, and he taught us how to work with Kaiser, and that's pretty much what I contribute Kaiser's new, I guess, behavior trainability to, because I'm just so proud of him. This is the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores powder, which I do really love. It does not keep me matte all day, but I don't mind that. I like to look a little dewy. This powder is really good, except I got 2 of these compacts. It was during Ulta's 21 Days of Beauty that I ordered it, so it's been, you know, since the springtime, but this is my second one. I go through this stuff way too fast. Like, it's irritating how quickly I went through this, because this powder isn't cheap either, but I do really like the way it makes my skin look. There was one time I was wearing this powder and I cried, and usually when I do my makeup, like with my RCMA powder, which is still my favorite powder, if I cried there would be like streaks in my foundation, not of mascara, just like an empty streak on my face that would, you know, I would cry off my foundation basically. Not with this. With this, my makeup pretty much stayed put through my tears. Also, I've been getting more into sparkling water. This is Dasani. It's lemon flavored and it's unsweetened and it's so stinking good. I was thinking I kind of wanted to try the I always want to call it La Croix, but is it like LaCroix or something? I don't really know. You know what I'm talking about though, that sparkling water brand. I remember one time my dad and I were in Grand Rapids and we had to kill time or something, and so we went to this little cafe, and that's when I was learning all about my sensitivity to caffeine. So I wanted to steer clear of coffee or anything. Butter bronzer, obviously, still on it. So I tried one of those sparkling water things, LaCroix or whatever it's called, and I literally hated it. I thought it was absolutely disgusting. I don't remember what flavor it was, but I do have a picture of it on my old Instagram. Not my old Instagram, my personal Instagram. This one here. I stopped by a cute little coffee shop in downtown GR a few days ago, but due to my newfound sensitivity to caffeine, I opted for a fancy French sparkling water drink in a can, which tasted absolutely disgusting and was only good for this little pic. Have a nice day. That was the natural passion fruit essenced flavor. So apparently I don't like that flavor, but I just remember really hating it, and I'm pretty sure I only took a sip of it, and then I think maybe I gave it to my dad, or he tried it and also hated it, so we threw it away. I don't really remember. But I've really been liking sparkling water recently, and I do prefer like flavored sparkling water. I fell in love with a certain alcoholic sparkling water. Whenever I want a drink, I drink what's called Trulies. I love those things, and they're sparkling water. It's like spiked sparkling water, so it's really low in calories, and it tastes delicious to me. So I grabbed these little Dasani ones just to try them, and I really like this one, and it tastes just like my Trulies, so I think I want to try the LaCroix, whatever, next time. They have some cool flavors, I feel. And I think it's cheaper, which is always nice. It's either cheaper or it's always on sale, kind of a thing. Anyway, for blush, I'm going to use Tarte Exposed. I have absolutely fallen in love with this blush recently. I've always loved this formula, but this shade is just perfect. This shade goes with pretty much any makeup look you're going for. Cool tones, warm tones, bold lips, nude lips. This thing goes with everything. Plus, this blush stays put forever. Alright, for highlight, again, I'm going to go with what I've been wearing recently, which is by Colourpop. It's called Here Kitty Kitty. And as you can see, I have been obsessed with it. Obsessed with it. When I first got it, I wasn't really like all that into it, but the more I've tried it out, I love. It's not necessarily the formula that I'm in love with. The formula is nice, but I think what I'm in love with is the color. This is the perfect in-between champagne-y tone, because it's kind of like a pinkier champagne, but you don't look at my face and be like, whoa, that girl has pink highlight on. I think it's like a perfect, everyday, goes with everything kind of a shade. I got way too much. I've also really been enjoying pretty much covering my entire face in highlight. Like I've really been enjoying forehead highlighting, nose highlighting, chin highlighting, pretty much highlight all over my entire face, because who doesn't like to look glowy? But yes, anyway, I've been thinking about cutting more of my hair off, like a significant amount more off of my hair. I cut like 4 or 5 inches off when I first got home. L'Oreal Brow Stylist Plumper, medium to deep. And I feel like when I first cut it off, I really liked it. I always really liked it. But now that it's grown out just a titch more, I feel like it's at that weird medium length, which I feel looks really beautiful on most women, but on me, I just can't get down with the like awkward medium length. I like my hair either short or long, and when it gets long, it gets really damaged and broken and stringy and nasty, so I think I want to cut even more off of my hair to get it like maybe an inch or 2 below my collarbone. I think I'm gonna cut it off. But I am in a new city. I don't really know anyone here at all, except for the people I work with and my husband. I have so many talented hairdresser friends back home, so I'm like, I can just wait until I go home and see my family, then I can get my hair cut, but like, I don't want to wait. Like, I want to get it done right now. I also don't want to overpay at like a new salon, so I'm kind of debating doing it myself, and I feel like if my hairdresser friends knew I was about to do that, they probably wouldn't be very happy. And for mascara, I have been sticking with my L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise. I either use this one or my Tarte Lash Paint. Funny story about that mascara. I wore the Lash Paint mascara at my interview for my new job, and I also wore the Aquarius Lip Gloss by Kathleen Lights and Colourpop. And when my interview went really well, I tweeted a picture of me from right before my interview with the lip gloss on and everything and that mascara. I tweeted it at Kathleen Lights and told her like, I wore Aquarius lip gloss for my interview, whatever, I got a second interview, so cool, whatever. She retweeted it, and so I had so many people who were so sweet, like telling me congratulations and all this good stuff, but most of those responses to that tweet were people saying, okay, but what's on your lashes? That mascara, everyone was like, your lashes look incredible. Everybody wanted to know what mascara I was wearing, and it was the Tarte Lash Paint, so fun fact. I just thought that was so cool, especially considering like, yeah, this beauty community, industry, whatever, it can be pretty catty sometimes just because I think women are catty in general, but there are more good people out there than bad, and I'm a firm believer in that, because all it took was Kathleen to, you know, retweet a photo of me, and I got nothing but amazingly, adorably sweet comments from all of her Twitter followers and subscribers and stuff. I think that this is a good, positive, uplifting, empowering community more than anything else, because people really love to focus on the negative, which I guess is just sort of human nature, which is super unfortunate, but I'm a firm believer that there are more people that are good than bad. That's a song by Luke Bryan, right? Alright, so I just popped on some Ofra Manila. I picked this up because I really wanted an Ofra nude, and while this is nude, it looks very brown on me, I think. Because this was supposed to be like more of a pinky nude. That's what it says on their website. I'm so pale that I think it looks very brown on me, but I do still think that it looks pretty. Then, last step, what I've been doing recently is I set my face, usually using the Makeup Revolution Pro Base Aqua Priming Base, which, I mean, obviously is for priming, but I don't care. I either use this or the Wet n Wild one. That one's cheaper, I believe. But I pretty much douse my face in this, and then I run my sponge back over my face and just sort of pat it in, and that just makes everything look so skin-like and natural and not cakey. I love the way that it looks. So yeah, that's pretty much everything. This is the makeup that I've been wearing recently. The lip pretty much changes all the time. I usually just throw a gloss on and call it good. But I really hope that you guys enjoyed catching up with me. Leave me a comment down below letting me know what you've been up to. We could just chat about life, you know. And that's everything for this video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Make sure that you're subscribed so you don't miss any future videos of mine. And I will see you next time. Curtain. Will you play Most People Are Good by Luke Bryan on Google Play Music? What?